Hi, it's Liz here with Stampin' on the Rock. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a fancy fold or a fun fold, either way. Let me just show you the card and then I'll show you how we're going to create it, how we'll create it. So this is the card. Da-da-da. Where do you write? I'll show you in just a minute. All right, let me put that aside and I'm going to share with you the pieces first. So this is Autumn Leaves, this is the stamp set. For this card here, I'm actually just using words from it. But these are great. I love that there's a stamp and then there's like the veins that you can stamp inside of it to make it look really, realistic. But Autumn Leaves. I'll be using copper clay ink. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat. I'll be using All About Autumn Designer Series paper. I will tell you, depending on when you're watching this video, All About Autumn paper is not available right at the moment, but it will be back very, very soon, in just like a week or two. So hang on. But look at this paper. It's fantastic. All these fall, autumn scenes on one side, and then you can see one side of it has like a shine to it. So look at this. Look at that. Love it. Look at these old books. Okay, and the pumpkins. That's called All About Autumn. And it will be available very soon. So again, depending on when you're watching this video, you may have to wait on ordering that, but it will be worth it. Okay. I will also be using this paper called Oxidized Copper. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. And then there are dies that go with the stamp set. And these are Autumn Leaves, and there's lots of options in here, which I really like. Lots of leaves. There are labels that I'll be using. One of the labels that came right from this die set. So there you have it. All right, so let me do this first. I cut out the leaves that I needed. But I know there might be some people here that are new to this and how this works. And it is just fascinating to use the cut and emboss machine if you have not done that before. So this is the mini cut and emboss machine. We have a mini one and a full size one. This is the mini. I'm taking a piece of this oxidized paper and a die that I just put away, I believe. All right. So I'm just going to set this right here, taking this die, and we're laying that right on top. Put this piece on top, and if you think like, I don't know which pieces to do what, it tells you right on here. It'll tell you, they're all numbered, all the plates are numbered. It'll tell you, use plate 1 and then use plate 2 and what to do. So it's all right here. If you can read on there, you can do it. You can figure it out. All right, so we're going to put this on top. I'm going to turn this a little bit so my arm's not entirely in the camera here for you. We're running this through. It's pretty simple to run through. Let's pull this out. And it already dropped. It dropped right out of this, okay? And I've gotten like, well, then how do I get that out of there? I can't get the paper out of there. Grab a paper piercer, grab your scissors. This is what I tend to do because my scissors are right here. So open it up. There's little tiny holes on the die. I take the scissors, poke in that hole, and then you can pull out right there. And there you go. And there's your leaf. Beautiful, right? Okay, let me put those dies away so we don't lose any of those dies. That's a bummer when you lose one. All right, our paper pieces that we need today. I'm using copper clay, and this is an 8.5 by 11 cut in half. And I'm going to score it at 2 inches and 3 1/8 inches, okay? So taking this piece here, on the paper trimmer, the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer, it comes with a cutting blade and it comes with a scoring blade. So you want to move the cutting blade up, and then we're going to hold it horizontally, and we're going to score at 2 inches. Make sure it's up against this lip. Scoring at 2 inches, and then 3 1/8 inches. 3 1/8. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to take it out and turn it. I'm doing 2 inches and 3 1/8 inches. Okay, and then we'll put that aside. Now I want to take my bone folder, and I'm going to start folding these on those score lines. If you fold it the direction you don't want it, it's really not a big deal. It's really easy to go back and fold it again. Okay, so I took one, I had it this way, and the one that's closest in here, this 3 1/8 inch one, I'm going to score in, I'm going to fold in, and then I'm going to fold out. Same here. This one that's this 3 1/8 inch line, I'm going to fold in and press, and then I'm going to fold out, and I'm not on the score line. That happens. There we go. Now we're on the score line. And I'm going to press. A bone folder is really important for fancy folds so that you get it to lay flat. All right, so this is what I have at this point. You want it to look like a picnic table, okay? You're going to have a picnic table here. So this is your tabletop. These are your benches. So look at that, okay? And this is the fold. Does that help to see it that way? So this is the top, this is your benches, and this is what you want. Okay? From this point, honestly, the way I'm going to show you the card today, this is going to be the front. But I've also done it where this could be the front, and you can have your card open this way. So either way, so play around with that. But what I'm going to show you today is with the table on the top, and we're going to get started with that. All right, so I have some leaves here that were die cut. All right, I have pieces of paper from the All About Autumn pack. So I have 2 pieces that are 1 3/4 by 5 1/4, 2 pieces. And then I have one that's like a sparkly piece that's 2 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Okay, 2 inches by 5 1/4. And then I have one piece of Very Vanilla cardstock that is also 2 inches by 5 1/4. And then I have a little itty bitty strip that's a 1/2 inch by 2 inches. 1/2 inch by 2 inches. Okay, I think that's all my pieces. Oh, and this one, this is my label. And this one I die cut from the set of dies that I just showed you. Okay, so let's start putting this together. Your biggest thing is just getting these folds. And like I said, you can have it this way or this way, but the way I'm doing it today is like this. So I'm going to take this piece here. And do I have adhesive on the table? I do. You think I would have that ready? Okay, we do. We're good. Okay. I want that glitter shimmer piece to be in the center. So let's lay this down. I don't think that's coming out exactly in the center. Let's move that aside. There we go. Okay. Just make sure you don't press down hard until it's really where you want it to be. You can kind of set it gently, and then if you think, oh, it's really off, you can pull it back up again. But once you press down really hard, you're going to take a chance of ripping something. Okay, now I'm pulling these 2 side pieces. Just going to put some adhesive on here. And let's put this over here. Aren't these patterns beautiful? I just did this class in Lizzie's Card Club. If you're local to me, I'm in the Allentown, Pennsylvania area. And if you're local to me, you can check out some classes. But this class was done in our card club we just had recently. Let's put that here. Okay, so for those of you who may have been in the card club, now you actually have a video to show you in case you forget, and you have all the measurements are right here too. So I hope that helps you out. All right, so that's it. That's our basic. So let's flip that over on the back. We're just going to be able to write, you know, hey, thinking of you, happy birthday. Thanks for all you do for me or for my children. I'm taking that little piece and I just put a little bit of adhesive on it and just put it there just to give a little extra. I don't like when there's any bit of extra hanging over, so we're going to just trim off that very little bit. So you're not going to be writing a book or anything. It's just letting someone know that you're thinking of them. It's a good thing to do any time of the year, but especially as we approach Thanksgiving in another month and a half or so. Okay, so that's where you're going to write your short little message. If you have giant handwriting, you might need to bring it down a little bit. Okay, so that's your message side. Here's the rest of it. Let's take our copper clay ink. And this one's going to say, with a grateful heart. With a grateful heart, that's what I have. Let me grab a block here. Okay, so I was taking this as a photopolymer stamp. Let's set that right on there. And let's stamp. See how this comes out on camera. Sometimes that's a little bit of a trick, right? Straight down, straight back up, no wiggle. Got it. All right. Let's close up that ink pad. Okay, flip that over. People ask me how long it takes for the ink to dry. It's pretty instantly. There we go. Okay, I'm going to set this right here. Let's line this up across the front. Okay, I'm just going to take my leaves, put a little adhesive on the back. You can put your leaves wherever you would like to put them. And I'm just doing these flat. A lot of times, I love dimensionals, but this already has a little bit of extra fluff to it. So you could do a dimensional if you want. I'm just not going to on this one. Just adding my leaves. There's one there. I can leave it, or let's see. I think I'm going to add one more on the top. That's just a personal preference, obviously. Okay, so there's the card. So it looks a little more complicated than it is, maybe. So that's a fancy fold. You have all your measurements here. I showed you exactly what I did with that, and there you go, and there's your card. If you wanted to, you don't have to, but if you wanted to do a little bit more, you could always put some of that pattern paper on these pieces also, but that's up to you. But I like it just like that, and then it just sets this way, and your message is written on the back. So hope you enjoy that. Go create. Have a great day. And if there's anything that you really enjoyed in this and you think somebody else would too, hit that share button. Appreciate it. Talk with you later. Bye-bye.